Hello everybody, this is Fenowin. Here I am back with Europa Universalis IV, playing as Hamburg, going for the Bunte Kuh achievement. Where I just left off, I just conquered East Frisia, coring that right now. I was going to try to take Friesland, but Austria beat me to the punch to it. So in the East Frisia War, I basically beat up Pomerania. Hopefully I left them in a bad position so that in a future war, I can basically conquer him with ease. I'm pretty sure he's kind of hurting on the army side right now. 3,000, 2,000 mercs. His economy is probably pretty bad, but I'm pretty sure what's going to happen though is I think Brandenburg might pounce upon him if he's looking weak and not having. He's only got Mecklenburg as an ally. So maybe if I get lucky, Brandenburg might call me into the war and let me have these two provinces right here. But, you know, I can only hope. So here we got a diplomat that's not doing anything, but the question is, what should I make him do? I do have one fabricated claim on Mecklenburg. Not want to necessarily work on Denmark. I mean, this was forced upon me through the event, or I was going to take a stability loss, which I was not willing to take, so I guess if anything, I don't necessarily want to go war with Munster. I guess I could check my relations with my vassals. Because I know, for example, Galray and Unhalts. I don't think I can. It's weird because it won't let me consume Unhalts simply because he's too far away from me, which is kind of weird. But here we get some more inflation, but that's okay because I have economic, and that inflation will eventually go down. I think I should be getting to the point where I'll get that one event where I'll get the National Bank event, which gives you like a lot of inflation reduction, a ooh, let's see here. Do I want to spend 118? Nah, I'll just try to take all the free stability I can get without. Because usually, when an event like that pops, I'm at 0 stability. I like to throw down that first stability in there because it's already going to be at its most reduced cost before it hits one, and then take the event to get that second stability. So I think I have a mercenary in this army. Should I keep him? Yeah. Nah, let's get rid of him. Well, let's keep him. Because if I get to any other conflicts, I am kind of low on manpower at the moment. I am getting to the turn of the year. Here we got something with the Death Martian, something about autonomy decreasing. Make the clergy happy, make the burghers unhappy. I don't necessarily want to make the clergy have over 80, but I don't want the burghers to have over, well, I don't want to make the burghers unhappy because they are that's where most of my income's coming from, straight right now. So, sorry clergy, you're all gonna have to back down. And I guess speaking of money, I could spend some money. But the question is, I would like to get the workshops going. Because even though they won't do much early game, later game, they will significantly help me once production becomes the main means of income along with trade. Churches, I'll definitely do a church in these two locations. I like to normally leave 2 slots open so that whenever workshops in the states become available, I'll use those 2 slots for those 2 spots right there. Did I say that right? Did I say it weird? I don't know. I am kind of waking up, waking up a little bit still too. If you could tell from my voice, had a little too much fun last night. Usually around March, well, maybe I'm just catching it at those times, but around March this game tends to chug. A little slow. Okay, so I got that one claim on Mecklenburg. I'm not going to be able to get the second one on him. I got all the claims I can get on this guy. Can I annex this guy? They must have at least one core province that is close enough for us to core. Yeah, so I'm still having that same problem. Cleves, Mecklenburg, Saxony. Let's see what happens if I try to go to war with him. All of his allies will join him. If I could convince Brandenburg to go to war with Pomerania, that'd be nice. And it lets me have Mecklenburg. Bremen, I'm pretty sure it's still looking pretty bad. Yep, with Austria, not going to necessarily be a good thing. Austria will get involved with that too. I mean, I could look at Utrecht. Austria will definitely get involved in that, so let's just see what happens if I can. Denmark's ally with Poland. I could pull in Brandenburg to help me, but nah, Poland's going to just rush in here and just devastate Brandenburg. So yeah, pretty much at a point where there's not much going on. I mean, let's make the Big Daddy Emperor happy here. Build up my papal points so that I can get my other free stability. Oh, goodness. I'll talk about this like another episode, and I feel like I'm getting this event a lot. But they should keep on adding more DLC decisions with this. So here I am back at 0 stability. Lost my claim on Hanover, so let's get back on. Let's finish up with Austria relations, and then let's get back on Palatinate. Man, Palatinate getting. Pretty sure Nuremberg was these two provinces, and Palatinate just ate him up. But then again, you know, he's an elector, and I'm sure Austria wants to stay on his good side. And I am voting for that too, so let's get back with fabricated claim. I'm surprised that Austria is not upset with him, but that's probably because they might have already have good relations. Yeah, they have good relations with each other, so yeah, Brunswick is just gonna eat away. I think elections should be coming up soon. November 11th. Yeah. And I'm going to keep this guy so I can use that 6 admin growth. Hopefully he lives throughout his whole term, and then I might switch out for a new leader. Yep, so I'm going to keep you. And I got that 50 diplomatic points from that. Lost my claim on Friesland, but that's okay. I don't want to fight Austria right now. And I mean, granted, I do have Gallery as a vassal. There is going to be that eventual probably the eventual issues I have to deal with Dutch revolts if I do annex him. Let's see. I think at this point I'm going to try to catch up on admin tech so that I can get those workshops. Yeah, I'm going to deal with Dutch revolts sooner or later. I mean, unless, I mean, I'm not quite sure how it works exactly. If it's just gonna be interesting to see how it. I know, lots of words here. I know the Dutch revolts are going to happen. I think somewhere in the 1500s. I know Austria is going to have some big issues with it. Granted, he does have his armies up here, and I think the way that you can prevent that from happening is if either you make your capital, you place your capital within this region, or if you convert all the culture in this region to anything but Dutch, then that will take care of the Dutch revolts issue. But I think in order to do that, I think just like if you were, for Austria's example, if you get the inheritance like so, just move your capital up there, which is I think it's only going to cost like 200 plus admin points and such, and plus you have a really good trade node later on in the game. So I think now, I think what they've done is that when you move your capital, you also move your trade posts, but you still, I don't know if it's been a while. I think I've done it in a game once, and I was just like, oh, I moved my trade post too. So I could be wrong on that. But I mean, you also do have the option just to I guess you can move your capital, but you can move your trade posts elsewhere. So if you decide that like you want to make Venice as your end node trade post, as compared to the English Channel, which later game it will be better. Um, yes. But anyways, still chugging along. I do have a lazy diplomat, so I guess I could be making him work on allies. I only have like 2 allies, right? Yeah. Pomerania has announced me as their rival. Not surprised. Having more claims. It's gonna be admin tech. Alright. Let's get that going. So now that I can build workshops and farm estates. Now I definitely want the farm estates so that I can get myself closer to being a leader in the coup department. So that I could be the highest trade as far as livestock goes. And I think 2 more months I can get that other claim on Brunswick. Can I increase my army size? Nope. I mean, I could technically increase my navy size, because I think cogs are very cheap as far as boats go. I'll look at that here in a second. I'm trying to remember where I can look at that. Forget. It's somewhere where you can look at to see how much they. So maintenance 0.04 ducats per each month, and I think when you go over the force limit for Navy, I think the penalty is very minor. So what I'm going to do is just build 3 more of these bad boys so I get more trade, more income. As nice as the trade efficiency guide would be, even at a 50% discount, I still strongly need an improved relations advisor. So I got some more army people. I'm gonna hang on to. I'm gonna take the morale guy just so, because if they're sitting there not doing anything, I feel like they die off sooner. I'm not quite sure how the modifiers work for that, but I mean, I might as well take the morale guy. I mean, I could be saving maybe a tad bit of money, but I still want to keep that morale guy. He's gonna be good. If I take plutocratic, I will pretty much be like a France as far as morale goes. Speaking of France, he's taking economic as well. It's a queen, right? Regency. I guess I could build toward that alliance with France. Relations are looking pretty good. Ship durability, that's nice, but not going to be much of a thing here for the next election. Totally forgot about Brunswick there. You know, let's just improve relations with France. Because why not? Because I don't plan on conquering over there. I plan on conquering over here. Like, and as much as I would like Poland as an ally, he's got lands that I want. Let's See, those should be clean. Yep, those should be done pretty soon. So let's get Dithmarschen, because that right there, well, it's grain, but should I just do Ostfriesland? Where am I looking at tech? I am ahead in military tech, so let's just bump this up too. So I get myself that extra building slot. And let's just get a production workshop there, and then, I mean, salt is going to be good a little bit later on in the game. Let's catch up on dip tech. Now what I can do is I could build up my admin points and get my next idea group open, and I'm going to take plutocratic. Because with economic and plutocratic, there's that really nice policy down at the bottom there. Sorry, down at the bottom there, formalized scales, weights, and measures. Get that national tax modifier, and get that yearly Republican tradition. So I just clone what military access? He's not at war, so I'm not going to give it to him. I do have a lot of military points. My relations are really good with France. If I didn't have those modifiers between Scotland and Provence, I would actually be able to ally France. That's very interesting. Because as cheesy as it is to have an alliance with France, because that pretty much just guarantees that, almost guarantees the idea that you're pretty much going to be okay for the rest of the game until France decides that he wants to conquer you. I mean, I don't really have the diplomatic points to switch rivals. I think I have to. I can't even do it for any of these guys for quite a while, till 1490. So, onward. Provence has inherited Lorraine. But he is not in the Holy Roman Empire still. Let's see, I've had this event before. The only thing that's going to be really good about it for me is going to be the yearly papal influence. I could get 10 more prestige, which will help with decay and other things. Yeah, super siege. I know it's going to decay, but... Nope, lazy diplomat. Where am I looking at as far as truces? Mecklenburg is going to be here next year. And he is allied to 2 people that I want to beat up. But I guess the more important question is Austria going to get involved? And that's going to be a no. Brandenburg wouldn't, basically because of the truce. And the truce, basically. I'm going to take a quick pause here. I'll be right back. Oh boy, I just realized that my microphone was not down until now. Good job, me. So I was just blabbing away. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me double check to see if it's actually catching it. Okay, it's actually catching it. Ah, gosh, I am such a goofball. Alright, so just to reiterate what I said for like the past 4 minutes, I really wish they had some type of like splendor number counter here so that I don't have to keep on going back and forth to see if there's like if I'm close to get a splendor bonus or not. And then I was talking about like I could take adaptive combat, but it's only gonna be useful for me if I have to end up defending a lot because only these provinces up here are farmlands. So I decided to do transfer subjects so I can utilize that better, get fabrications all along this. And I talked about getting ready for war for Mecklenburg, so with that being said, let's start this bad boy. Brandenburg would join with the promise of land, or can I just bump up the trust enough to where he would join just because I say so? I forget what the exact... Let me look at this again. Because he's only like 5 reasons away normally. Okay, I was like, I thought you could see that the modifiers here, but it's right here, okay. I mean, he just has a decent attitude. Let me see what happens when I bump the trust up by 5. Because, I mean, I got plenty of favors, so... So I could do it again, and still pull Brandenburg into the war. Alright, so let's do it like that. Let's pull these 2 guys in. I don't think Pomerania is going to be much of an issue. Basically, I'm just pulling these 2 guys in so it'll be easier. Technically, I'll get this war done quicker with these 2 guys. Because I think, if anything, if I waited like a couple years during the war, the AE should die down enough. So I'm almost getting 3 a year. So almost 15 if I did the whole 5-year war thing, which honestly I haven't really been doing too much, but... So let's do that. Navy's fighting, that's okay. Give it 1 day. Jump onto Brunswick Army. Accumulate money. Extra prestige. I will take that mission. And I think what I can do... I don't really expect to do any big... I mean, I would like to get my next idea group. I'm thinking about doing like a corruption. But I think that will naturally build up throughout the war, so I just gotta not spend a lot of money during the war. Let's take out Brunswick's army. I probably should have done it at the beginning of the month, but that's okay. And that's a stack wipe. Let's keep a merc infantry there. And let's move on to Brunswick's capital. Let's have these guys... these guys set to repair. I always hate when they change that. So these guys could go repair while I do that. And we might as well get a spy network on Pomerania so we can make those sieges go faster if I have to siege them down. So as far as balance of armies, we definitely have the advantage. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to take Brunswick out of the war quickly. And of course, my allies are not being smart about engagements and just keeping strong armies nearby. Alright, it actually held that back. Brunswick is building an army, but that's not going to be much of an issue here once I actually... Alright, got a lot going on here. Something about Muscovy paying off Hungary's loans or something. I mean, Hungary's doing pretty good. It's kind of weird, or is it the other way around? I mean, Muscovy looks like he's doing pretty good over there, so... I did mention that I was going to let this guy retire. I think he's leading my army right now. He is 60 years old, so he's probably getting close to passing away. Let's get ourselves a new bureaucrat, Julius Traer. Let's see what amazing trait he gets. Hopefully it's a good one. Pfizer cost minus 20. That's nice. I could be proud with that. And I'm gonna save up for the next admin tech. I'm not gonna take the idea group there. Alright, so now I got Brunswick. I got his capital down, so let's just get him out of the war. We don't... As much as I want to take his lands... I am kind of curious what it'll look like if I did take his lands. I could take Hoya, even though it's not part of the war goal. With no casus belli, Hamburg will suffer that much aggressive expansion, which then gets modified. Yeah, so I'm going to take that land, I'm going to take his money, I'm going to take some more of his money. As much as I want to humiliate rival, he's not my rival. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else I can do. I mean, as much as I want to take one of his forts, I don't think that's really going to happen. So with 11 aggressive expansion, that should die down in 3 years. So I'll be back at where I started. Well, 3 or 4 years. I'll be back at where I started when I started this war, basically. So let's do that. So now I got a land connection, which is nice. Let's pull back home to that province. Let's start the core making process. I do notice that I have some peasants that do want to revolt. Not peasants, but rebels. But I'm gonna make that not a thing. So let's pull this back so I don't have to core it. Keep my estates in check. And now let's go focus on these guys. Let's get my fleet over here so I can blockade his place a little bit faster. What I'm going to do is just simply... I do need to get a new leader. So the question is, I need to look at this guy's age. Very young. Very good. So I might actually keep this guy for a while. I could recruit a general. I think this is going to happen. This is actually going to happen pretty soon. So let me... Let's hire a general. What I mean is, like, my 1485, my estates are about to do that thing where I can take advantage of their stuff. A 222, very nice. So what I'm going to do is just... you get back over there. I'm just going to move these two guys here, keep the rest of these guys here as support, so I can siege this down faster. Let's let February hit. It's got to be February 2nd, because I let it roll a little too much last time. So let's grant monopoly charters. Let's seek support, and let's call it diet. Just to kind of see where I'm at with all this. And I was going to grant a general. How old is this guy? He's 45. So let's just recruit this minister now. So I can at least get my 100 military points from that. Let's get my 100 admin. And I could afford them being unhappy for a bit. Let's go look at the burgers. And let's get my 100 Diplo points. Lubeck and Brandenburg got small participation compared to mine. Almost equal to mine, but what's going on here? Like, I noticed that there's some siege going on over there. Saxony, Brandenburg, Bohemia, Mainz. I didn't really pay attention, but so the northern Germans here versus the Czechs. Interesting. So I guess there's just cascade of wars happening now since there's like some disturbance of some disturbance of the balance of powers here happen. Not saying that I caused it, but you know, let's not give people military access. I don't want to look into. I mean, I might be helping myself by doing that in some way, shape, or form, but natural scientist Jürgen. Yeah. I was looking at Austria. He's fighting Wallachia. Oh, so Austria is fighting the Ottomans. The Ottomans started that war. Defender against Hungary. Hungarian conquest of Old. So I wonder if that means that Valencia. Where is that? I know I'm getting sidetracked here, but I'm just curious. Well, did I spell that right? Old Tinia. Whoops. So Hungary is attacking Wallachia. Wallachia is guaranteed by the Ottomans. So I think there might be a good chance that the Ottomans might get a good smackdown here. I like to see that. I like to see that development there, but I do have my own war up here that I am preoccupied with. Don't know why I said curious. You know what, Austria, I will give you access. I know it was just kind of like a big no at the beginning there, but yeah, it looks like Pomerania's in a bad shape. And Brandenburg definitely wants all that land. Yuri of Bohemia is now the emperor? What happened? That's good and bad. Because now I gotta be worrying about Bohemia telling me to not take lands and such. So let's pull this back from Mecklenburg. Our navy's being attacked. No biggie, no biggie. Let's look at Pomerania here, and let's just, you know, make him give us money. I already know that he's in debt. Might as well make him break his alliance with Mecklenburg so I get that extra prestige. Might as well make him end his rivalry with two people so I can get even more prestige. And yeah, let's do that with Bohemia. Why am I far? 10 away. Let's pull back one on the money. Yeah. So how much of this prestige will I get? I'll get 7.1. Yeah. I got the money mission, so even more prestige. What's my AE looking like? So more than likely at the turn of the year I got myself another ship. Let's protect trade and loot back. Make sure these guys will go repair right away. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the turn of the year, basically. I can do my fabrication on this province. I did create a long truce between me and him, didn't I? Oh well. Let's get this next idea group rolling. Come on, plutocratic. And let's just start rolling deep into this. Alright. Alright, so January. Nah. Huzzah. Alright. And let's have Mecklenburg. Only Munster is going to care. So awesome. And presto. Alright. Now I need to build up on some admin points here. But this might also be a good point to stop too, so. Yeah, this is a good point to stop. In the sense of just getting an extra province from Brunswick and Eden Mecklenburg and still build up my power base. What do y'all think? Am I doing a good job? Could I have done something a little bit better there? I'd like to hear y'all's feedback. So comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.